This next technique I call the KJ cervical thoracic posture alignment technique. And what that's referring to is that cervical and the thoracic spine, which is our neck and our mid-back, where it meets up is the cervical thoracic junction. So if you go ahead and tilt your head down and you feel your finger running along the back of that neck, you'll feel these little bumps in there. It's also referred to as neck hump. Due to poor posture, technology, we're always looking down at our phone, especially kids. It's getting really bad with kids, and the spine is changing for the worse. We want to maintain that natural cervical curve in our spine, and with this technique, it will help decrease migraines, headaches, neck pain, muscle tension. A lot of us suffer from cervical bulging discs or herniations, and this will also help with that. So I'm going to start sitting on the edge of the chair, and I'm going to make sure my shoulders are back and my hips are slightly higher than my knees. I'm going to start with a modified goddess stretch. What that looks like is we're pulling our shoulder blades back and down, and then you relax the hands back on the lap. We're going to open that chest, pull back, really open up that cervical thoracic junction or that hump neck area, and relax down. I recommend about 3 to 5. That's going to help reset that neurological system and get that posture aligned better. All right, and then we're going to start with putting our index finger in front of our chin and our thumb on that clavicle, right? That little notch in there. We're going to look forward. It's really important that the eyes are facing horizontal. I'm giving you a little side view so you can see. And doing it in front of a mirror is really great and important. At home, you're going to go ahead and look forward, and now you're going to retract. You're going to pull that chin back. So now there's a little space between that finger and that chin right in there. You're going to hold that for 2 to 5 seconds, and then you're going to return back. We're going to start with 5 repetitions. So you pull back, hold. You're going to feel a nice stretch in that cervical thoracic junction where those little bumps are. Hold that for 2 to 5 seconds, and then return. We're going to start with repetitions of 5. I recommend 2 to 3 sets, 2 to 3 times a day of 5. You can do more, you can do less, whatever feels good for you. Okay, so that was about 5. We're going to go ahead and go back into that modified goddess stretch, relaxing the hands on the shoulders, on the thighs, and pulling back. And then we're going to go ahead and do another set. We're going to put that index finger here and then that thumb in between that clavicle. We're going to go ahead and pull back, looking horizontal, have that space in between that index finger and that chin. Don't look up, okay? Keep that chin in front of that finger. All of a sudden, if that chin's on top of that finger, it means we're tilting the head up too much. So pull it back in between, behind that finger. You're going to go ahead and pull back, hold for 2 to 5 seconds. We're going to go ahead and go through 5 of them. In between each 5, you can go ahead and do some goddess stretches in there. You can do 1, 2, 3. So we're going to pull back, hold 2 to 5 seconds. You're going to hold. Now you're going to feel that area, so make sure there's no bad pain. All right, some red flags would be like really bad numbness, tingling going down our arm, hands going numb. So those are some red flags that you probably want to consult your PT if this is appropriate for you. If anything's really bad, you always stop. Now let's go over some common errors. So common errors, like I mentioned, when they lift that chin up and now you're here, now you're going to really pinch on that upper cervical spine, and we don't want that. That doesn't feel good. So that's a really big common error, is people go like that. So do it home in front of a mirror. So if I give you a front view, that thumb's here, and then we're pulling back, holding for 2 to 5 seconds, and then return. And red flag, numbness, tingling, or any bad headaches, anything like that, you always want to stop and consult your local PT. I recommend doing these 2 to 3 times a day. The goddess stretch, I feel you can do the goddess stretch as many times throughout the day. I recommend every 20 to 30 minutes. We're on our computers, we're typing, we're looking down, we're doing things, we're living our lives. So go ahead and pull back into that goddess stretch, put those hands back down, making sure we don't shrug those shoulders up, shrug those upper traps up, and those modified goddess is pulling the shoulder blades back and down. And go ahead and try.